the flipped lesson for Storytown, Lesson 14, Vocabulary. Make sure you have your vocab sheet, a pencil, and a highlighter.
Let's get started. The directions are to watch and listen to this presentation on your own. Feel free to pause and go back as needed. In the middle column, write the definition or meaning of each word. Then, in the last column on the right, write a brief response to each question that goes along with the vocabulary word. Let's take a look at the first word. The first word on our list this week is acquaintance. Acquaintance has the A-N-C-E suffix at the end, so we know just by looking at the word that it's a noun. In this case, that's true. Acquaintance is a person. Let's look at the definition. An acquaintance is someone you have met, but do not know very well. If I were to use the word acquaintance in a sentence, I could say, I would not tell an acquaintance any of my deep secrets. What would you say when you meet an acquaintance? Think about it and write your answer on your vocab sheet. The next word on the list is cocky. Cocky is used as an adjective in a sentence or describing word. The definition of cocky is overly confident or sure of yourself. If you were going to use the word cocky in a sentence, you could say, a person who is too cocky might not do well in a sport because they didn't put in the time and effort needed to excel. If you were cocky about your grades, what might you say to your classmates? Write your response on your vocab sheet. The third word on our list is gingerly. Gingerly has the ly suffix at the end, which is a big hint that this word is an adverb. An adverb is a word that modifies a verb or an adjective in a sentence by telling how much or to what extent. Now, the definition of gingerly is approaching something cautiously and tentatively. I might walk gingerly on an icy sidewalk in order to avoid falling down. Think about this question. Why might you touch a garbage can gingerly? Think about your response and write your answer on your vocab sheet. The next word is rank, which is an adjective in a sentence. Remember, adjectives are describing words that modify nouns. The meaning of rank is something that tastes or smells foul. You may have heard the word rank, meaning the kind of level that a person might be at. So, for example, a person could have a rank as a black belt or a rank as a captain in the military. That's not the definition we'll be using this week. This week, we will be using rank like this. Food smells rank when it's left out too long. Think about this question. What might make a refrigerator smell rank? Write your response on your vocab sheet. The next word on our list this week is retrieve. Retrieve is a verb or action word in the sentence. You may have heard this word before. The definition of retrieve is to go get something and bring it back to where you were. Some dogs are called retrievers because they're really good at playing fetch. Think about this question and write your answer on your vocab sheet. From where do you retrieve your mail? The next word on the list is stymied. Stymied is a verb or action word in a sentence. Let's take a look at the definition. Stymied means a feeling like you are prevented from making progress on a task. You could use the word stymied in a sentence this way. You might be stymied while typing a paper if your computer crashes. Think about this question. Why might a difficult math problem stymie you? Write your response on your vocab sheet. The next word on the list is terminal. In this case, the way we're using it this week, the word terminal is an adjective or describing word. The definition of terminal is when a condition cannot improve or be cured. You may also have heard the word terminal in reference to airports, such as when you go to the airport terminal in order to meet your airplane. That's not the definition we'll be using this week, and instead we'll be using this adjective form. The word terminal can be used like this. My bike had a terminal chain problem and could not be fixed, so I had to buy a new one. Now think of this question. What might a person do if he found out he had a terminal disease? Write your response on your vocab sheet. The final word this week is winced. Winced is a verb or action word in a sentence. The definition? To pull away suddenly from something that is unpleasant. If I were going to use the word winced in a sentence, I could say, all of the students in the class winced when the teacher's chalk made a scraping, screeching sound against the chalkboard. Think about this question. Why might you have winced at the doctor's office? Write your answer on your vocab sheet. That's it. Now what's next? Go back to review any words you do not understand. Please highlight or circle words you still have questions about, and we will discuss them in class. Be ready to play a review game in class using these words. We will also read and understand stories that use these vocabulary words in them. Finally, use each word in an original sentence, and this will be your end-of-week quiz. I hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you again next week.